Master these 3 key details for wild carp fishing, and big fish will rush to bite. Fishing today is really different from the past. Back in the day, wild fishing had no concept of target species. You'd cast a rod and keep whatever you caught. Bait was just earthworms, leftover rice, or maybe sesame oil dough if you were feeling meticulous. Fish back then weren't picky, they'd eat anything offered. But now, it's different. There are specific tricks for crucian carp and unique methods for carp, with finer and finer distinctions. Many anglers don't enjoy fishing for crucian carp, finding their small size unsatisfying, and instead love the challenge of carp. Carp grow quickly and are widely distributed. Catching a 3-4 pounder feels incredibly thrilling. But wild carp fishing isn't easy. Today, let's talk about what really matters for carp fishing. Nailing these points will significantly boost your chances of landing a big carp. 1. First, find the right spot. Carp love hiding in these places. For carp fishing, choosing the right location is more important than anything else. Despite their size, carp are surprisingly timid and love gathering to feed, so their hiding spots follow patterns. Remember these keywords: gullies, bays, ridges, slopes, dams, murky water. Eddy bays, slow currents trap grass seeds and fallen leaves, making them ideal for carp to root through mud for food. Ridges and slopes at depth transitions. Carp can hide in deep water to avoid danger while easily moving to shallows to feed, giving them a sense of security. Areas near reservoirs or river dams. The seabed here is often uneven with plenty of rock crevices, natural shelters for carp. Slightly murky water. Carp naturally prefer murky environments, where they can hide and find abundant microorganisms to eat. When choosing a spot, pick one with 2-3 of these features, e.g., an eddy bay that's also a depth transition zone. Chances are high that carp are hiding there, and casting your rod there won't disappoint. 2. Bait must be right, long-lasting, natural scented, and stable on the bottom. Carp are fussy eaters. If the bait isn't right, they won't even sniff it. Good carp bait has 3 key traits: long-lasting, slow to disintegrate, and naturally scented. Long-lasting and slow disintegration. Carp feed slowly and love to test bait. If your bait dissolves in minutes, nothing will be left when they finally approach. But overly fast disintegration creates a cloudy mess, scaring off timid carp. Both chum and hook bait must be durable, retaining their shape for 1-2 hours to let carp feed comfortably. Natural scents. Carp love natural aromas like sweet potato and corn, but raw versions work poorly. Simple processing is needed. Steam sweet potatoes until soft, boil corn until it splits, then mix in rice wine or honey. This preserves and spreads the scent farther. For commercial bait, avoid overly fishy or strong fragrances, opt for mild, pure grain or sweet potato scents that carp prefer. Sink to the bottom. Carp are bottom dwellers, so bait must sink. Heavy, large pellets like wine-soaked rice or corn grits work well. They stay in the feeding zone without being swept away by currents, keeping carp around. Avoid light, fluffy baits that float. Carp won't bother with them. 3 floats and adjustments: heavy buoyancy, fast turning, and fishing dull. Carp floats differ from those used for crucian carp. Choose floats with heavy buoyancy, at least 2 grams, and bigger is better. Why? Carp are strong feeders, and heavy floats provide accurate signals without messy false bites. Light floats jitter with every current or small fish tap, making it hard to tell real bites from fakes. Frequent rod lifts from false signals will only scare carp away. Floats should also turn over quickly. Slow sinking floats act like a prolonged descent that easily spooks skittish carp. Fast turning floats get bait to the bottom quickly, reducing mid-water theft by small fish and letting carp feed more calmly. Adjusting the float is simple. For wild carp, fish the bottom with a dull setup. Try leveling the float to fish 2 segments, or adjusting to 3 segments and fishing 3 segments. This lets the subline curve slightly, keeping hook bait stable on the bottom. Carp feed by rooting with their heads down, so a dull setup filters out their testing movements. Wait for clear dips or lifts, those are real bites, and lifting the rod then will land the fish. Patience is key to catching big carp. Impatience is your worst enemy. Once you've picked your spot, prepared your bait, and set up your float, wait quietly. Avoid frequent rod lifts to change bait, as this spooks carp. Carp are cautious, they may circle the feeding zone for ages, checking for safety before biting. Frequent rod movement will drive them away. Remember, wild carp fishing relies on patience. With the right spot, good bait, and proper float setup, even a 3-5 hour wait will likely reward you with a bite. When the float shows a strong movement, don't hesitate, lift the rod steadily and feel the line tense. That's the most thrilling moment of carp fishing. About the author: I'm a fishing enthusiast and content creator who loves sharing tips. Follow me to exchange fishing skills and discuss the little details of wild fishing. Give a like, save this post, and follow to never miss future updates.